Sometimes introductions are kicked in the rhyme, and my philosophy is rhyme, brother, rhyme. Sometimes I can't breathe, but my brain is straight, and my heart and soul meet on the right date. Stars wait to collide when I go away, but I want you to know when I'm born with poetry. Spit ill hot rhymes on my last day. That's how the E will just portray and disappear to a whole different sphere, another realm, maybe past 6D. But don't you understand? I'm deeper than 5G. Can't nobody really elevate like the E. This poetry, of course, it's heavenly off the TOP. That means off the head, cranium. Like uranium, don't you understand? You know, I'm like titanium, super strong. I can bend and mold, and I can morph like Neptune in the first house, yo. And what I say is knowledge is love. Episode 52 today or tonight. I'm feeling all right. Gotta shine bright. The truth is here, You know how we like to do. Start off the show and represent for you. Jupiter and Aries. Jupiter and Aries. What's up, y'all? Oh, your boy is back. Eric Taylor. Taylored2U Astrology. With my podcast, Knowledge is Love, episode 52. 52, yo. And that makes sense, right? 50, because some of the famous people are Jupiter and Aries, and I'll say it later, because not that many people are really on yet. Hello. Who's that?
That's Matt Gaming. You said, what's up, man? Everything good?
Oh, man. Matt Gaming, I'm good, man. I hope did you enjoy my guest last week? I sorry, we didn't get to comment because we were just like rocking and rolling so much with everybody. But Anjani Seagrass, I might have her back on. And Matt Gaiman, I hope you saw us on her Instagram. I did Venus to the Signs on Venus Gemstone on Instagram. So please follow her and you could check that out. It was really fun. And then I put it in the community, the link of the interview and stuff. And we were chopping it up. Really fun. She seems to be a very, very nice woman and really amazing, talented healer and astrologer. So I'm excited about just everything. We will discuss tonight just the energy, right? We're still rocking and rolling in Taurus season. So you guys get ready for this lunar eclipse on May 16th. But on May 10th, and that's why I want to talk about it, because next Thursday will not be May 10th. It will be the 12th, and happy Cinco de Mayo. I think I might even have a Corona or margarita tonight. We'll see. You know, I deserve a little drink. I've been through a lot. But yeah, Matt Gaiman, I hope you're doing good, man. You know, us Scorpio risings, going through a lot right now. All of the fixed signs are dealing with a lot with the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius axis, Saturn in Aquarius, nothing in Leo, but the Uranus and North Node in Taurus and the Sun and then the South Node in Scorpio.
Awaken the Dream School said, hey.
Hey, there she is.
Thank you for the shout out.
Oh, yeah, definitely give you the shout out. Yeah, no, Anjani is, she's no joke. And it was so fun and make sure Matt Gaming and anybody else that comes on, make sure you follow her at Awaken the Dream School, but on the IG, Venus Gemstone. She's like amazing on Instagram. Like, I got to hire somebody because I'm not that good at Instagram. And, but I do my best, right? That's all we can do in life. I strive to get better. But yeah. So what's fascinating, though, you guys, Jupiter and Aries, which will be May 10th, is going to be there until October 27th, where it retrogrades back into Pisces until December 20th.
Oh,
So,
Hope is here.
hey, Hope, how you doing? Like giving us an early Christmas gift, so the December 20th. And then it's going to stay in, Jupiter will stay in Aries for a good part of 2023. Now, you guys, just so you know, you really have your Jupiter return every 12 years. Jupiter will stay in a sign about a year. I mean, this little dance in Pisces has been quick. And it's kind of funny, right? Where it's at home. So Jupiter's at home in Sag and Pisces and exalted in Cancer. So not so bueno, right? In Gemini and Virgo. Just means you got to work a little harder with the energy. But then when Jupiter is in Capricorn, it can be what they consider in its fall. And I always tell you, none of this stuff is a death sentence, right? Debilitated, fall, home, exalted, whatever. It's about how your sign works with the character traits of the energy of the planet. And, it's very fitting we're doing this today because what is Thursday? For me, right? Try it Thursday. I have my little sayings for each day, right? Make it happen Monday. Think about it Tuesday, right? Because you need to think before you act, because Tuesday is the day of Mars, Martes. Miércoles, wake up Wednesday, logical, analytical, critical, thinking, blinking, right? Thursday, try it Thursday, right? Fortune, luck, try. Just give it a try. Expansion, wisdom, knowledge, guru. Husband for a woman's chart, Jupiter, right? Friday, viernes, forget about it Friday, baby. Sometimes you got to forget about that love. Sometimes you got to forget about the money you lost, the things you collected and got caught up in a flood. You got to let it go. Forget about it Friday. Venus, viernes, the day of Venus. And then Saturday, Sabado is seek it Saturday. So with your discipline and structure and organization, and what's so funny, I created these before I knew the days and the planets and astrology being the first calendar. I swear to you, I promise. But it works out, right? Because there are no accidentes. So seek it Saturday. You want to seek the discipline in your life, right? Have plans, have a schedule, put in the foundations, the hard work. So you're building. Saturn's about building something, right? And when you seek things, you can get past those fears and anxieties and limitations and delays because you're just grinding. You're putting in the work. You're not trying, you're doing, as my cousin would say. And then, Sunday is sleep on it Sunday, right? That really should be the day of rest. But sometimes, Sunday you got to maybe sleep in a little bit. I mean, in my house, sleeping in is like 7 a.m., but me no get no long sleep.
Well, not for me.
Well, yeah, the truth, he likes to sleep to 8 or 9 if he's lucky on a weekend, but his little brothers, they don't really have that much. They make a lot of noise.
They wake up at like 5 in the morning, like just they're literally energy.
My little Leo sons, my twins, oh my God, they have the energy of like 20 men. That's that sun in the 8th house, yo. I swear to you. It's my fault though, right? Their father is into the occult knowledge, so they have the sun in the 8th house. You can't make this up. It's in the birth chart, right? And then Monday, I already told you, make it happen Monday. So hello to whoever else just came. Did someone else just come on?
No.
Okay. So Jupiter and Aries, you guys. Well, you guys comment and let me know, where's Aries in your chart? Because it's going to be affected a lot from now into, May, June, maybe even August of next year, just in terms of, right now we have Venus and Aries, right? Jupiter will be there May 10th, but eventually, and that's going to be in 2023, I believe in March, Jupiter will be conjunct Chiron. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little explosive preview of this energy. But Jupiter and Aries, so some of the famous people, Michelle Obama, Angelina Jolie, Whitney Houston, Jeff Bezos, Fitty from New York. You guys say it right, Fitty. Yo, you got 50 Cent? Get those like quarter waters. You all know about the quarter waters. But anyway, so 50 Cent and a bunch of other people have it. I don't remember everybody, but those are interesting people. That tells a lot. And, you have to look in your chart, like what's conjuncted, what's squaring it, opposing it. But yeah, share You guys, come on, share where your Aries is at. Where's your Aries at? What house is your Aries in? So Jupiter and Aries. So what is Jupiter, right? We talked about is your beliefs, your philosophies, kind of like more of your religion in the Sag side. In the Pisces side, it's more of the spirituality. That's sort of the yin yang in that sense, right? But Jupiter is expansion, luck, fortune, right? The guru, the shaman, the teacher, professors, like masters, PhD. Okay. It's wisdom, higher knowledge, right? Husband in a woman's chart, foreign lands, foreign travel, like the ninth house. So Jupiter is also your fortune and luck, right? Where you can manifest and shoot your blessings, you shoot that arrow. So when it's in Aries, it's kind of an interesting placement because Aries is ruled by Mars. Jupiter and Mars are homies, they're friends, but very different energy. And so what Jupiter does in Aries, it makes you a little bit more focused on self, right? On I am, ego, identity, your body. So a lot of Jupiter and Aries people, I'm not saying they're selfish or whatever, but they are sometimes singularly focused on their mission, their task. They're great coaches, right? Because Mars is athletic. Aries is competition. It's initiating. Cardinal fire sign, right? You can associate it with the first house, but don't get caught up in that with signs and houses because they do have different energies. Very similar, but not always, the exact. Capiche? So peep this, right? So these people, let's say they're a preacher, a pastor, the church, they're kind of in it for their own gain, right? They're speaking, they're, going to other churches, making money, having the big flock, right? Jupiter and Aries, when they preach, they're preaching from their point of view, not like they're dissing God. I'm not accusing that, but they're very much about their individual thoughts and ideas of how the message should be done and what they're trying to gain from it. Okay. But remember, people sleep. Aries is a very maverick, pioneering energy. Not necessarily genius like Aquarius. It's also very childlike. They're accident prone, make mistakes.
Oh, Nicole's here. Hello. Okay. On the road running in through my Jupiter and Aries conjunct Venus in the 10th house.
All right. Hey, Nicole. Nicole, let me know if you're coming to Coffee Talk. Waiting for you to sign up, girl. But and I hope you can make it, but because I do know it's Mother's Day. But hey, Mother's Day is the perfect time to learn some ancient wisdom and knowledge and build community because it's really what mom wants to do that day. It ain't about everybody else. So mom wants to come to Astrological Coffee Talk, hang out with Eric, honor the mothers, learn about some other things. I think we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about some moon placements, but we're gonna get deep into Pluto. I don't always like to give out what I'm going to talk about beforehand, but I feel like doing that. We're going to get into the soul and Pluto. Anyway, back to Jupiter. So Jupiter, right? Think about it in Aries, right? What is it expanding? It's expanding that assertiveness, that individualistic mentality, that competitive athletic nature. So you can actually have some pretty decent athletes here. You can have pretty assertive, right? What did 50 come out with, right? Dissing Ja Rule, assertive rapper, MC. That was his belief and philosophy, is to talk smack about other cats, right? But he initiated stuff, right? Vitamin water. Michelle Obama, the teacher, right? Making sure you get good food in school. She was promoting good, healthy food, exercise, different things. I love Michelle Obama. She's no joke. One thing I would say about Jupiter and Aries, these are your kind of aggressive coaches. These are the motivational speakers. Okay. These are the people that love to, like, if you join a meetup group in your city, these are the ones that might lead the hike, right? Lead the nature, because Jupiter also, you guys, it's biology and finance, right? Living things. That's why it's exalted in Cancer. The moonlight helps the plants grow at night. All right, keep it tight. Trust me when I say you're not ready for a lyrical fight. I guess I'm being silly tonight because I'm a little tired, but I've been working all day. I'm working on charts. I got so many clients, and thank you. I'm so blessed. And please take advantage of this Taurus season for all Taurus sun sign people, right? Only $135 for a natal birth chart reading. Okay, for the written report and videos, live is still 100. The big shebang for 250, it's 220 for Tauruses. And that's with the mini movie of your life, the custom video summary.
What do you call it? Miss Anjani said, "Hey, young man, come to my house and be my assistant. You're doing a great job." And then Hope said, "I love 50. Not sure why I find him amusing, LOL." And I remember his vitamin water was obsessed with it back in the day.
Yeah, I haven't had vitamin water in years, but they had a couple of flavors. I used to pick it up at the little bodega on my way home from work sometimes. I'd grab a vitamin water and a little snack to recharge after teaching the kids in the BX and riding that 2 train. A brother would be tired. I'm talking about sometimes I would fall asleep on the train and miss my stop at 96th Street and go to 72nd Street. One time I slept so hard, I swear to you, I went all the way down to 42nd. So that's a whole other extra stop. So I was 2 stops away from home. It was good. I just went back home on the train and stuff. But it's easy to travel. And the reason why you like Philly, Hope, because he's a Cancer, he's funny. And, I think there was a realness that he brought, like when he came. Because I think, for me as a New York MC, it's not that I hated Ja Rule. But he's all right, but there was something a little kind of fugazi or corny, and 50 kind of just like pulled the veil, right, and kind of revealed that, and 50 just came out, and he was good. I like, but 50 fell off. I mean, the first 2 albums were pretty good, and after that, nah. And he had his time with G Unit, but 50's doing his acting, man. He's smart. See, acting you can do till like you're 80, 90 until you can still talk. The rhyming and stuff, that's got a limited thing, right? So that's why, I did my 2 albums. I got one more album in me. I did like 4 mixtapes, and I, have fun freestyling on here and, whatever. But see, when you're a true MC, I'll never stop. I rhyme every single day of my life. My wife and kids, they get the best concert and entertainment that anybody could imagine. Because I do my sketch comedy characters, I do voices, I rhyme. I mean, I'm very entertaining. At least I hope you guys think so. But knowledge is love, right? I like to share the truth, but I want to entertain you and have fun, because I think I don't ever take for granted that you guys are sharing time of your life with me here on Thursday nights or sometimes Wednesdays or whatever. Oh, and Anjani and I might come on, I think it's a Monday, May 16th, to talk about, I might have her back on to talk about that blood Scorpio full moon and lunar eclipse. So me and her got to talk off air, but I think we kind of talked about that, and I might have her back on for you guys. I know you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. And that's a heavy hitter. I mean, as a Scorpio rising, that one's gonna right on the ascendant. I gotta like when the eclipse comes, I'm gonna be like, whoop, miss me. Oh my gosh. You see, my hair is freaking crazy growing. I gotta get my locks, my length and elevation retwisted. Go see my girl Toy Taylor in the house. But okay. So she said Jupiter in the 10th house for Nicole. Nobody else is sharing your Aries placements. Where's your Aries at? Where's your Aries at? Put the house and stuff. So when you have Jupiter transiting in the 10th house in Aries, this could be the time, especially for Nicole, right? Teaching, where she expands her teaching, right? So she's teaching kids. Well, maybe it's time to either learn some more, gain some more education to, increase the teaching and increase your potential income for your career, right? But you can also be expanding how you're known in public and your legacy and your public image. right? So Jupiter, you might be the guru for someone else, and start sharing and teaching in public some of your wisdom and knowledge. Because Nicole, you have a lot, right? So just look at it like, and because it's an Aries, you guys, it's actually a great energy for all of us in transit. This is time to be like, yo, go get it. No excuses, right? In Pisces, it's like all dreamy and spiritual and benefic and expansive. And Aries, it's like, yo, hear my beliefs and my philosophies as I murder MCs through the 7 seas. Nigga, please. Can't mess with the E. You know what I'm saying? So like, but share, be assertive, initiate, be aggressive, optimistic, adventurous, and go attack it, right? This is the time to go for me, right? It's in my 6th house. So I'm going to initiate new things for health, right? I'm trying different new remedies to increase my health. Just had to get an x-ray on my shoulder, my knee. They're telling me, well, you got arthritis. I already know that. I need the MRI, homie. I want to know if I got a tear. This sucker hurts.
You said, good luck on that eclipse dip.
Yeah, I know, Anjali. I know. Well, listen, that's why I want to build with you and you share the wisdom, with my audience for the for this lunar eclipse. It's really okay. So one thing I want you guys to understand though too is that this also could be a really good time, even if you live in an apartment anywhere. Grow something. You initiate it. Start your own garden, even if you're just growing thyme and basil and mint. Even if you're just, growing, this is a good time for okra, or some different herbs.
I wonder why ours isn't working.
We're having issues with our okra, but we're going to get it rocking and rolling.
It's so good.
Yeah, and so, but you guys just take this energy. Because let me tell you, I'm very familiar with Aries energy. My father was an Aries sun and in the 9th house. So he was the maverick pioneer type and assertive and aggressive, initiating. Like my father, he was here only 45 years on Earth, and he was making things happen. William Taylor was no joke. And so, for me to lose my dad at age 6, my whole life, I've been trying to just chase what he was doing, but at the same time, just to please him and make him happy. Because I feel like I lost out on my best friend, and it's so funny because I'll tell you what's honest. I'm going to be real with you. So I'm a very cool, chill cat, but in my life, I've had opportunities to do things that were not always maybe, good or cool. And I turned them down because I knew my father wouldn't want me to do that. You know what I mean? For easy money. And I'm about doing everything righteous, right? I never want to be behind bars. I break no laws. Never broken a law. When I was in college, whatever. But I seriously, I don't even steal cable, none of that stuff, right? Because to me, you have to live the energy that you want to receive. I always tell you guys, Biggie and Tupac killed Biggie and Tupac because you can't rhyme about death all day on every song, every album, and don't think it's going to come your way. You got to rhyme about life and love and victory and success. And not in the materialistic way, like, so many people, get caught up in. But, to me, you rhyme for a reason. So for me, it's always been more of the influence of KRS-One, Rakim, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. Right? Rhyming intelligently, trying to inspire, entertain, and educate people through the rhythmic rhyme patterns that come from the cranium, And so stuff like that is important. So with Aries energy, you want to take that fuel of the Mars, right? Tuesday is the best day for you to exercise and work out, run your errands. So just keep that in mind, that starting May 10th all the way to October 26th, 27th, you've got this little extra battery pack in your back. and that little vroom, vroom, vroom with the little fortune and luck and expansion, right? Go get a lottery ticket, go, paint your house, paint your apartment, like do something, go, just go for a little short drive, or even it's finance. Maybe it's time, if you haven't done it, to dip into the cryptocurrency and the metaverse. Go get on Opera, get on Web3, create your domain names. Oh, I'm trying to get some crypto guests on here for you guys too. Ooh, I got my homegirl. She's a female MC, but she's no joke. They have the first crypto show, African American crypto show on Instagram, and there I think is Moon Gutter and Nemesis, Nem Superstar. So I'm trying to get them on the podcast. I told you May and maybe early parts of June, I'm trying to bring on some heavy hitters. Last week I had one with Miss Anjani, my new friend. And, I told you I'm going to bring back probably.
I need to catch up on the comments.
Yeah. You're slipping.
Well, not really. It's only 30. Anyway. Hope said Aries North Node, 11th house. I know it's a bit different, but my Cancer sun is in the first house.
That Aries North Node, 11th house North Node, I got to tell you, mine's in the 5th and opposite. But that's perfect, right? This is that time for you to network with groups and organizations and your friends and share your beliefs and philosophies, build something. Maybe create, like in your neighborhood, like a community garden, right? You're growing tomatoes. Next door, they're growing right now. The melons are good and watermelons and cantaloupe. And you do the exchange, right? Remember, we had that North Node in Gemini. It wasn't just the explosion of podcasts. It was that hand-to-hand getting back to trading, right? You got peanuts. I got pistachios. But seriously, that's the type of energy. And then in the 11th house, you need to get, initiate and get more assertive with, maybe learning more about astrology. Hey, it's till October 27th. So maybe you sign up and hope, maybe you join me for, not just coffee talk, but the introduction to the foundations of basic astrology, my 7-week course. And I'm probably going to start it in September, going into October, 7 weeks. Maybe start around my birthday, my Earth Day, September 10th.
Okay. Anjani said, I have Jupiter coming back in the 12th house Mercury. Excited for the 12-year evolution of my precipitation and my voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what's so fascinating? Also, what can be happening for you too, Anjani, is expanding your conversations with source, the subconscious mind, your dreams. You could have, even dreams about numbers or people or different things. You need to get you a lottery ticket too, come May 10th, around there. But seriously, but this can also be about you creating and expanding your wisdom in isolation and private, right? So you taking classes, you teaching new classes, or you bringing in your ancient herbs, biology, right? And then in private isolation on the computer, teaching a course about your, ancient herbs, and things like that, and I'm sure you probably already do stuff like that. I mean, I don't got to tell you, you know the deal. But because it's going to be hitting Aries, 12th house, and Mercury, natal Mercury, that's good. That's good stuff. But definitely get back to keeping that dream book too. You guys, the subconscious mind is so powerful. This is not just for healing your inner child, but you can have visions and dreams that show you things in the future, right? Maybe Anjani has a dream about her future husband. Because Jupiter could represent the husband, a few ladies, you know what I mean? Especially being in the 12th house. So you never know. It's right. But think about it, right? Aries, it's harder maybe sometimes for Anjani to access, to pull out, because sometimes the 12th house is our hidden talents. and we do it in private and isolation, right? So that's why she did initiate going to the ashram in India, right? But you have to understand that sometimes that energy, we have to bring it out to the rest of our chart because it's kind of in isolation and in private. And sometimes it's trapped here in the subconscious and unconscious mind, and we need to share it. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Miss Anjani, or no, Mad Gaming said, yeah, the same. I'm starting to work. What was that? So you work out more to get my body right.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And then Nicole
I could lose
said,
like 5 pounds. It's hard though, man, because I got, I might have the shoulder tear and stuff, but I'm doing okay. I mean, for somebody that, almost died, I'm doing all right. I feel like, hey, at 51 years old, my body's all right. I'm doing okay. Like I said, I just got to continue to, lift my little weights because I can't lift that much right now. But, I still do what I got to do. And then now I'm going to start training in the pool. But I'm also going to, I eat pretty clean and healthy already, but I'm going to maybe get like a little bit more intense. And you guys make sure you also drink some iron. Iron is very important. And it's not going to back you up. Get some good iron. It's very needed in our bodies. And bebo agua, a gallon a day. Drink that water. All right? You like 75, 80% water in your body. So when you don't drink it, it's like drop it down. You're like, boop, 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 boop. Gets to hear you're dehydrated.
Nicole said, sorry, I was driving. I'm trying to make coffee talk. Coffee talk, but depends on how late my brunch plans go.
Oh,
and then Jessica said hello.
Oh, Jessica's here? What's up, Jessica? You got to come to Coffee Talk, Jess. You haven't been yet. Love to see you. It's a lot of fun. And hey, the best $15 you could ever spend. Hanging out for 90 minutes with a cool group of people, learning astrology, talking about stuff that we can't talk about on the tube, over Zoom. So, but remember, Venus is in Aries now too. So when Jupiter and Venus are there, and Chiron, although, they're not going to be hit, Venus will hit Chiron. And I think that's where we're going to, I'll touch on that too. Because Venus, and I talked about this on Anjani's Instagram on Venus Gemstone, Venus and Aries, it doesn't like to follow through, but it will initiate making the money. It will initiate maybe flirting or connecting with someone for pleasure and sex and love or whatever, right? But it's not that it can't be committal, because you got to look at the whole chart, right? You don't just look at one placement. But just in terms of this transit hitting us, right? Venus and Aries can make us more like, you see something, right? What they say, like on the train in New York, they say all the time, see something, say something, right? So you see someone that you find attractive or whatever, see something, say something. Be like, yo, what's up, shorty? How you doing? Or for you ladies, we're like, hey, what's up, mister? But so it can be this type of energy where you are like, this kid, man, he got Venus and Mars in Aries. Lord have mercy. But huh?
What?
Nothing. So, but it's good for having that spark to go get it, right? Especially the money. Okay. And Venus in Aries, it can be something that can fuel you to that extra stage where you have the curious childlike energy, but then it can very easily turn into the maverick pioneer, and you can create or make money in a brilliant way. Okay. I've seen it. I think that was part of my dad's stellium. He had a stellium in Aries in the 9th house, and Lord, a legend. I'm not bad, but I listen. I think we're all, for men, we all try to live up to our dad in some way. And some people, unfortunately, didn't have, great fathers. So they try to just go the opposite direction, So it just all depends. I look just like my dad. If you've seen some of the pictures I've put up or whatever, I'm just like a light-skinned version of him because he was chocolate. Tampa brother, but straight up Harlem. So also, when we get to 2023, because remember, December 20th, it's going to come back to Aries. So the new year and stuff like that, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and go for it. Because you guys, we learn in life from our failures. Our failures fuel our future success and accomplishments. So don't ever be afraid to fail, And even if you're throwing some investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum and, and VET and, different cryptocurrencies, you don't want to put in anything that you can't afford to lose, but you have to keep it in a year and a day or else it gets taxed. Okay. And like I said, I'm gonna have some more experts come on and talk about it because I'm a newbie, and that's okay. But this is the time. Don't think like, oh God, I'm getting in too late. No, you're not. It's still expanding and growing. And yes, they're trying to limit things and put regulations on it and restrict things, right? Saturn and Aquarius, they're trying to no, we don't want all the humanity and collective just going, wild and doing this and that or whatever. That's what we're battling against, right? But this Jupiter and Aries is like sextiling, and it's like, slow down, Saturn. I'm the great benefic. You the great malefic, but I'm gonna put you on pause for a second, and we're about to go initiate some stuff, right? And it's gonna be like poking Saturn out the way, like, oh, stop with all the discipline. I don't want to hear it. The people want to go out and explore and be adventurous and be childlike and be curious and be the mavericks and pioneers and just go get it and be athletic and competitive. Jupiter and Aries, that's what it's telling you. So take advantage of this transit. That's what this ancient knowledge and wisdom is about. So not just monitoring the moon every 2.5 days to switch of signs. Oh, by the way, come on, I'm bugging. I didn't tell you. So tonight's chart, and what I love, right? The sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus are all in the first 4 signs, right? Venus and Aries, Mercury and Gemini, moon and Cancer, sun and Taurus. So it's like a youthful energy for the 2 luminaries, sun and moon, and then Mercury and Venus, right? Our mind and our money, our thoughts and our love, So that's kind of cool, So there is this, I think of the first 5 signs, Aries to Leo, is like the exploration of being birthed to the earth, right? To then like that high school, college time, you get to be the adult when you hit Virgo, right? You want the adult in the room, you're like, oh, Virgo's here. I'm the adult, right? Not the adult of the adults, but that's where we really get to like adulthood, right? That work, schedule, plan, daily routine, right? Shower, brush your teeth, deodorant, get to work on time, right? Service, humanity, health, take care of yourself. That's the Virgo 6th house type energy. So it's cool that, the sun, moon, and the ascendant was Libra 17 degrees, right? So that means right now for the chart, right, the Venus in Aries is in the 7th house, right? That Taurus sun is in the 8th house. Very fitting. That Gemini 9th house for Mercury. We're communicating about the Jupiter, so it kind of works there, right? There are no accidents. This is brilliant, right? So the Mercury in the 9th house, right? Talking about expansion, fortune, luck, guru, beliefs, philosophies. And then the 10th house, public image, career, fame, how you're known, workplace, where, father, legacy. One of my favorite words, you guys, legacy. What is the legacy that you guys want to leave? See, you have to live life with intention. So remember, as I tell you, I say this to all my clients, right? Tonight, retire from negative self-talk immediately. I said something bad about myself today, and I was just like, no, that's okay. You made a little mistake. I was working on a chart. I was like, no, it's fine. Da 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 da. Right? Just took a couple of extra seconds or maybe a minute to correct my mistake. No big deal. So we have to give ourselves grace and mercy. So right now, that means the Cancer moon is in the 10th house. That's, so that's Saturn's in our 5th house, right? Dating, romance, funds, eggs, creativity, your children. So maybe this is the time, just even think about it tonight, right? Cinco de Mayo. Be disciplined with your kids, get them to bed, and then you can have your stuff with margarita and a Corona. Like your boy. And I don't drink. Now, I used to drink in college and all that stuff, but, my family, my wife would tell you, like, my kids have never seen me drunk. I don't, that's not my stilo. But having one or two drinks, yeah, I do that every once in a while.
Stilo means style.
Stilo? Yeah. Stilo. That's like a early 90s word. It's my stilo. I was trying to explain to the young truth here about slang and stuff like that, because people don't
know the 90s slang.
Well, no, but I'm just explaining, and I'm saying that, like, people take for granted what started in the Bronx, Kool Herc, Bambaataa, Flash, hip hop culture, right? The bombing, graffiti, right? The up rocking and boogieing and stuff, the B-boys, right? The dance and the whole, backspins and all that stuff, right? Crazy Legs was from my neighborhood. Rocksteady Park is my home basketball court, right? So I grew up around, and a part of like hip hop legends around Zulu Nation, all that stuff. And then you got the MC, right? The orator, right? I'm always an MC, even here, right? I'm a master of ceremonies, right? That's the MC. And then the DJ, right? Which, extends even to beatboxing, but the DJ, everything starts with the DJ rocking the party and stuff like that, the music, right? And so those are the 4 pillars, and you can even apply them to astrology, which I'm going to do dopely in a book that I'm working on. But anyway, so it's, for me, hip hop astrology is just, that's who I be. But the slang, and I told my friend this in the maybe late 80s, early 90s. I said, hip hop runs the world, and you'll see, and you see it now, right? I don't care if it's black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever you see on TV. About 80% of all commercials and advertising come from the birth of hip hop culture. You wouldn't have Obama as president if it wasn't for hip hop. You got kids in Japan with locks. And, kids all over the world trying to, get tan and dye to, get their skin darker. Kim Kardashian and all these women, they're trying to get fuller black lips and, black booty and all that stuff. That's hip hop. Hip hop is you got to understand, because the power of the drum from Africa, and that's storytelling, right? In a cipher. We rhymed in a cipher. Used to pass the L around and freestyle, you know what I'm saying? And see, what I used to do, I was a problem in college. So I used to rhyme with Cannabis. I don't know if you guys know the MC Cannabis, who dissed LL Cool J and had that song with Mike Tyson, talking about LL. So we used to rhyme together at the University of Maryland. And I, rhyme with other MCs and stuff. And I would battle MCs down in Howard and just all over DC, Maryland, Baltimore, whatever. And, and my crew, I used to roll with a bunch of, tight. My boys be, we spit serious bars, and so it was really the extension of because I'm like a younger brother of hip hop, right? So I'm 51. Most of these people that really started everything, they're now 56 to 62. So I'm like the younger brother of hip hop, which I said in one of my songs, Come As You Are on the second album, True Speaker. I said I was around when people thought Slick Rick and Dana Dane were brothers, which people used to think back in the days because the way they sounded, the way they rhymed and stuff when they were first coming out. Dana Dane with Fame. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but it's all right. But so, yeah, I just want you guys to take advantage. Oh, we got a couple comments.
No.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are, I already read those.
So in 2023, when Jupiter hits Chiron, and Chiron is moving so slow in Aries, but it will leave Aries. I forgot how long Chiron stays. Maybe Anjani knows how long Chiron stays in a sign and house. It could be 6 or 7 years. Maybe it's 5 to 7 years. I wasn't sure. But I wanted to let you guys know what's crazy, right? So the last time Chiron and Aries, we had assassination, attempts, I think, on the president. And we also had, that was during the time of, it came in after JFK. So I think with JFK, it might have been in Pisces, but it came in for taking out RFK, Malcolm X, and MLK, 3 of the 4 horsemen. So Chiron and Aries is, no joke. And so that might have been like 65 to 71, if I'm not mistaken, or 72, or somewhere around there, or maybe 66. So it's a 5 to 7 year thing, something like that. If anybody knows, you can comment and let me know. But Chiron, the wounded healer, the whole story with the Greek mythology, and sometimes you guys, I don't like giving all the credit to the Greeks, because the Greeks and Romans learned everything from ancient Kemet, right? So Plato, Socrates, they would come over and learn in Egypt. Math, science, agriculture, astrology. Because back in the days, you guys know this, and I've mentioned this to you before, astrologers were also doctors, priests, astronomers, mathematicians, scientists. It wasn't like it was a different, definition or whatever. It's almost like you had to have this knowledge to be those other things as well. It's more than just the first calendar. It was how people planned, right? Think about it. The Farmer's Almanac. The Jews used the lunar calendar. That's how important the moon is. The moon affects a woman's menstrual cycle, right? The plants growing at night. That's why the moon is exalted in Taurus, the first earth sign, the fixed Venus, fixed earth sign. You got it? And so it's very, it's deep, I mean, obviously you guys know the moon is home in Cancer. And also, just honor your mothers. This Mother's Day is coming up. It's my first Mother's Day without my mom. And it's not going to be easy for a brother. We were very close, obviously. And I took care of her for over 17 years. So it's not easy breezy for sheezy, my kneesy. But good thing I have coffee talk on Sunday, and then, hanging out with the wife and kids and going out to eat and all that good stuff and everything. But I want you guys to also understand, when Jupiter hits Chiron and Aries, it is a time to get past those initial wounds that come between birth and 18 months, that feeling of rejection that, like Chiron the centaur felt from his mother, half man, half horse, right? That sort of Sagittarius energy. But he was a great healer, but he couldn't heal himself, but this wound, and, I got to credit, because I learned about it through one of my astrology gurus who worked with Robert Phoenix, who's a brilliant astrologer, and it works. The degrees of your Chiron tell you the age that your big wound occurred, and the house and sign that it's in, it explains the story. So let's say if you're Chiron, and sometimes, so you have to look at it like this. So let's say it's 23 degrees. It could be age 5 or age 23. So you have to ask your clients or yourself or whatever, well, what happened? Let's say it's Aries, 4th house, 23. Did something happen at home at 23? You know, I came home from college and graduated, and then your family was like, you don't live here anymore. Bye. Right? Or was it something at 5 years old? And so you would look at the Chiron, you're like, fourth house, something with my mom, my lineage, my roots, my comforts, my convenience, middle school, right? So you look at the theme of fourth house, you know, were you bullied in middle school? You know, let's say if it was 12 degrees, you know what I mean? So but I'm telling you, I do it with all my clients, and it's scary how accurate it is. And I saw it in his chart, because he had it at 26 degrees, but it turned out that it was 8 years old. And he went through something, you know, very severe at 8 years old. But so you guys have to understand that Chiron, when Jupiter hits it, it's time to initiate and heal your inner child and the subconscious mind. And the best ways are prayer, meditation, introspection, keeping the dream book, right? So you can tap in to because as a child, you store everything in the subconscious mind that you don't want to hold on to, that you couldn't define and could not comprehend as a child. So you know the age of understanding is 8. You're at a genius level basically between birth and 7 years old, like 3 to 7, which is why sometimes it's really not good to go to school and get programmed and lose that genius creativity energy that children have, right? And at the same time, that's probably why in Denmark and Sweden, they start school around 7 or 8. They don't send their kids all early like we do at 2 and 3 years old and all that foolishness. We got it backwards, y'all. And also the classroom should be in a cipher, in a circle. So then you have all the dimensions of learning. You learn from facial expressions, from visual, from auditory, from energetically. A teacher in the classroom and kids looking at the teacher, it's like a dictatorship. It's programming. It's not the cipher, learning, teaching, the exchange of energy. You see the difference? And that also ties it back to hip hop, the storytelling, right? The Sanskrit, writing on the walls, the African drum, you know, because all of humanity comes from Africa. So we have to understand that that's the best way to learn and teach. And that's why hip hop is now what you hear nowadays, that mumble trap and this music, that's not hip hop. That is, and the record labels, you know, dumbing down the music to try to dumb down the youth to sound illiterate and just, you know, worse than it's ever been. Don't get me wrong. Growing up, we had bad, you know, rap music too, you know, but it's gone to a whole nother level. And it's not good, but it's by design, because the powers that be, that's what they want to do to affect the youth, poor Black, white, Latino, Asian children in America. You get it? You got it? So Jupiter is the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uzi. Ooh, someone new here. Uzi said,
What up, Uzi? Welcome to Knowledge is Love, episode 52. Nice to meet you, Eric Taylor.
Said, condolences to you and your family. She's with you in spirit forever.
Thank you so much, Uzi.
And then
that means a lot, yo. And it's true. Mom Dukes she like right here, right now. I felt her presence when I was in the hospital in a coma too, you guys. And so did a lot of the nurses. Very deep. But go ahead.
Hope said, wow, my Chiron is 16 degrees. Had Cancer at 16.
There you go. See, I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't steer you wrong. You look at the degrees of your Chiron and it tells the story. It's really, oof. I know mine blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, it's so Chiron. But the way to heal, let's talk about the healing, because Jupiter is going to help you do that. So not just the meditation and prayer, keeping the dream book, tapping into the subconscious mind to heal the inner child. And I teach my clients, and I'm going to share it with you because knowledge is love. You write letters to your younger self. You pick ages. I would do 8 and older, but if something traumatic happened in your life, younger, and maybe it was on the degrees of your Chiron, you can look at that. But you write letters to your younger self of positive and negative memories, right? Yin yang. So you do both. And what you do is validate the emotions. You say to young Hope, young Uzi, young Nicole, young Anjani, young Mad Gaming, right? When you were 9, it was okay that you were scared because, you were at a theme park and you didn't see your mom for 20 minutes and then she found you and this and that. You were safe. You were okay to have your feelings and emotions. No one abandoned you. And life is going to be okay. You have to validate the feelings and emotions of your trauma, crisis, or pain. Then for the positive memories, what you do, and you can write a paragraph, you can write pages, whatever you feel you need to do to tap in to the feeling and the emotions of the younger version of yourself. So let's say you pick age 8, then 11, then 14, then 16, like Hope. 19, whatever it is, right? It can be from birth to 29 degrees. So when you do this, though.
Lady Menza's here. Hey, guys, it's Lady.
Hey, what up, Lady Menza? How you doing? Lady Menza, man, you got to reach out to me. I still want to have you on the podcast. Especially if you're still doing, I don't know, because I know you haven't been doing the lives on Instagram, but if you're still doing your jewelry and stuff, just email a brother, because you know me, I'm all about extending the love. I hope your family and sisters doing well too. But so you guys, with the positive memories, you had a great birthday at 10 years old. Best birthday ever. Like my 10-year-old birthday was amazing. Or maybe it was 11 years old. That was the premiere of the Smurfs. I had a sleepover party, the Smurfs, like 5-6 friends sleep over, video games, cake, food. Like my mom said it all. It was dope. And, but so you validate the feelings and emotions of the positive memories too. And so you can do whatever you want, but I tell my clients to do 3 positive and 3 negative. And when you do this, you're going to feel and see things over the next days and weeks and maybe months start to open up in your dream world, in your daydreams, the subconscious mind, Uranus downloads from God, intuition, instinct from Black Moon Lilith, root chakra, that will start to bring up memories that you had submerged and blocked and hid away. You had blockades and boulders and things over them. And then they're going to start to come up. And then you heal them and you deal with them and you face them and you forgive yourself, forgive your sibling, forgive your mother, forgive your father, forgive your uncle that molested you. Whatever it is, you have to forgive, right? And then when you do this,
Maine said, good evening, everyone.
Hey, Dominique.
Lady Menza said, sure.
Yeah. So, but it's so powerful, you guys, when you do this, because when you tap into that inner child and the subconscious and unconscious mind with the combination of things I said, prayer, meditation, dream book, writing letters to your younger self, validating, reassuring positive, negative memories, 3 each, different ages. And if you pick the age of the degree of your Chiron, especially from May 10th to October 27th, and then December 21st to, May or June of next year. I forgot when it goes to Jupiter into Taurus. It might be like late May or June, July, somewhere in there. This is a great time and energy to connect the benefic, the great benefic of Jupiter, jovial, optimistic, fortunate, lucky, biology, philosophy, belief, energy, and then instill it into that Chiron. Even though your natal Chiron is not Aries, you still are accessing this energy, and you can still tie it to your natal Chiron, but you want to tie it to the house your Aries is in. But just in general, you can do this from your natal chart too. and you can manifest through Jupiter. I'm going to do a webinar you guys can download. I've been talking about it, but I just, I want to do it like nice. So I want to, maybe rent out the studio, have the nice lighting, camera work, boom, 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 record it, boom, download it, $15, $19, you own it forever. But you can manifest through your Jupiter and get the blessings, the fortune, the luck. Okay? And if you got like Anjani, Jupiter in Cancer, or some folks, Jupiter, Pisces, Sag, God bless you. That's dope. Now mine's in Scorpio. That's why I'm here talking to you about astrology. But let me tell you, it's really nice for manifesting. I've manifested a lot in my life. Now, with the Jupiter hitting Aries and my Chiron return or whatever, I'm going to be manifesting some good health because your boy's been through it. Oh, my God. I love you guys. So I hope you guys are all doing good. Listen, with this energy, okay, yeah, we got a couple more minutes. Ask any questions. You could ask me questions about anything. If I know it, I know it. If I don't, I'm always honest with you. I'll be like, oh, I don't know that. But listen. Please, if you haven't signed up, come to Astrological Coffee Talk Sunday, May 8th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for 90 minutes over Zoom. It's only $15. You email me directly, right? You can pay through PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, but you email me directly at Taylored2U, the number 2, right? Uzi, if you don't know, 2U, Taylored2U, coaching at gmail.com. And then you can pay, sign up for Coffee Talk. I send you the Zoom link. And then Sunday, we have a ball. We have a nice group of people already signed up. And, like I say, February, March, and April was the Stone Groove. And, hopefully we get some new people, but we got a nice group already. And it's really, you guys.
Really quick, Lady Mensa said Jupiter in Aquarius, and Dila Main said my Chiron is in Aries.
Yeah.
In the eighth house, good. With Jupiter and Libra in the second house.
Oh, what degree, Dominique, is your Chiron? That degree is in an 8th house. God only knows what you went through with that. But that degree will tell you the age, and that's what you focus on for the healing. But you want to write letters to your younger self, validating your fears, your feelings, whatever it was. Because you got to let the younger version of yourself know it's going to be okay. Your feelings were okay. They were just, they were real. Sometimes as a little kid or, if you have kids, they may say, oh, I'm this and that or whatever, mommy and daddy, I'm feeling this. And parents sometimes dismiss their children. Well, you don't want to do that because from a child's perspective, what they're feeling is so real and powerful. And so you want to be that voice of reason and escucha and listening, right? Where you validate, because this can help eliminate some of their wounds, seriously, right? My kids come to me, I'm like, what's wrong? They have a nightmare in the middle of the night. They know the policy. They need to. They can come jump into bed with mom and dad, sleep on my neck, even though it hurts and all that, and I don't care. Now, is it annoying? Yeah, sometimes it is. But they all come into bed at some point and sleep, and sleep with us. And that's okay. That's the deal that you make, right? When you decide to be a parent, it is the ultimate sacrifice. And if you're not willing and ready and want to do that, then don't step into that arena, right? Any arena you step into, you got to be ready for what's going to come, right? So I step in the arena as an MC. I step in the arena as an actor, as a writer. I step in the arena as an astrologer, as a relationship coach. Even here being on YouTube, yeah, people make comments and stuff and criticize me and this and that or whatever. But I just have to have tough skin. And you know what I say? I still say, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that that's all you got out of it. Because you know what? It trips me out, right? Someone will watch a 15, 16-minute video. I'm dropping knowledge and jewels. And they're just like, your music was too loud. Or the date of the cusp goes to the 27th. You're wrong. And I'm like, really? First of all, they don't know what they're talking about, right? But second of all, and see, I'm going to tell you, so astrologers, when you're doing the cusp, because this is a pet peeve of mine, this really annoys me, because they just Google and look at Google. And some astrologers put out wrong information. But some astrologers for the cusp only use 29 and 0 degrees. Some use 29, 0, and 1. I use a 5-day orb. No more than that. When you see astrologers using a 7 and 9-day orb, no. And the numerology tells you no. Watch. 27 degrees is 9. That's completion. That's the end. 28 and 29, 29 is a critical degree, but 28 and 29, you're already ingressing into the next sign. That's the cusp, right? And 0, 1, 2. So I'd use 28, 29, 0, 1, 2. One of my astrology teachers only would use 29 and 0. That's fine. But I'm telling you, there's no more than a 1, 2, 3, 5-day orb.
Oh, Louis said May 25th, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Chiron, conjunct in Aries. We have the same birthday.
Oh, Uzi, the truth is born May 25th on Memorial Day. Yeah, you dope Gemini. That's what does he have? Venus and what in Aries? What?
Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Chiron, conjunct in Aries.
Woo, Uzi. What's your Chiron degree, Uzi? But yeah, that's cool, man. So you got that Venus and
really quick. Oh,
he's got Venus and Mars and Aries. Y'all are like twins, Uzi.
Let's see. D. Lemaine said 8 or 9. Thank you. 9:57 degrees.
Oh, 9 degrees 57 minutes. Okay.
Okay, and then,
so something happened at 9 years old, D. Lemaine. You could email me. We talk about it.
Lady Menza said Saturn in the 5th house, and then Hope said the anti-cuspers are the ones that get me with the rolling laughing emoji. Yeah,
the cusp is real. The cusp is very real. And let me tell you, your sun sign is either Gemini or Cancer.
Uzi has I have Chiron in Leo. I meant May 2022.
May 2022.
May 2022. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't know.
My bad. They said.
Okay, so 9 degrees. Something happened at 9 in the 8th house. Now, this could have been a huge transformation. This could have been, and you don't have to say it on here. You can just hit me up personally. But in the 9th house, you're dealing with pain, trauma, crises, sudden events, a sudden death to a grandma, a relative, a parent, something, right? Sibling, but there was something that happened at around 9 years old, and it doesn't have to be exact, right? I tell my clients, right? If it's 9, it could be maybe 8.5, 9.5, 10, but it's going to be around that age where the wound was created. And the wound, sorry, I meant to say this, it's usually emotional, physical, or spiritual.
May 25th, 2022, the Aries conjunction.
Aries conjunction. Oh, you're talking about with Chiron and Jupiter?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was in 2023.
Jennifer Sweet said, "Hi, Eric. I'm late to the party."
Hey, late to the party? You haven't been here for a couple of weeks. We missed you, Jennifer. How you doing?
No, she was here last week.
Oh, she came last week? No.
Well, actually, I wasn't there last week, but 2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
At least I remember.
Well, you might have missed Anjani last week, my guest and stuff like that. But yeah, catch up, girl. Watch the things. Oh, and Lady Menza, comment on my Saturn 5th house video. That's your placement. Let me know how you like it. So I'm rocking you guys in my Saturn series, my Pluto series. I started Neptune through the houses. That's going to be fun. I did the first house. That's my placement. Please watch that. And you guys, like always, right? Please like and comment and share. But just to help everything grow, after the live is over, please go and comment, because that just helps the lives grow in the YouTube sphere and algorithms and stuff. We're trying to expand your boy, you know what I'm saying? But and I appreciate it so much. But even if you just do a fire emoji and oh, this was fun, you don't have to write a book, but just comment after this live is over and I put up the thing. So it's not just in the live feed, but it's on the video itself. I really would appreciate that from all you guys. But yeah, Chiron, those physical wounds can be, like the Neptune disease, Pluto virus, a sickness, an illness, right? And especially if you have it in certain houses, 6, 8, and 12th house, there can be something. 8th house might be more psychological, emotional wound. 6th house can be more like physical or spiritual, right? Sickness or illness. The 12th house, it can be something that's, I've seen, and this is hard, but I've seen in the 6th house, sometimes the I've seen in the 12th and the 4th house, depending on the placements, and you got to look at the whole chart, but I've seen the being, raped or molested, sexual abuse. Okay. And so it's just so much you can learn. And the chart is the ancient wisdom and knowledge for us to really read, because, right, a map is the map of your life. And the map is for you to read it so you know where you started and where you're headed, where you're going. And you guys don't want to keep reincarnating here. I don't think any of you want to come back to this place. So then you got to learn your South Node and North Node. You got to learn Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And I have a service for that. It's only $75, breaking down soul's journey and past life energy, all right? But you got to learn these things so you get out of the 10th house, Saturn, Chronos, Saturnian bubble, the matrix we're in. It's deep. And right now we're spiritually, you guys are seeing it, you're feeling it, the energy is changing.
Hope said, my Chiron is in the 1st house, and then Uzi said yes. C, yes.
Chiron in the 1st house, what's the degree? Oh, you already said 16 degrees, yeah. So that was, that childhood wound to the physical body, 1st house, the Cancer. You see how that works? And God bless you, but guess what? You write the letter to your younger self because you are okay. You're here talking to us now. You're coming to Coffee Talk Sunday. You are healed. The victory is yours, Hope. You are blessed. You are married. You are, you're great. And so validate young Hope and let her know, because her fears were legit. Cancer is 16. I couldn't imagine. That's so scary. But you made it. Go write that letter. Heal that wound. And Chiron, you guys, also wants us to not only heal the wounds for ourselves, but in doing so, then you soar when you go to service and healing others.
Hope said, amen, very true.
Okay, that's the key. Now we're going to get ready to bounce. It's dinner time. This little sucker already ate something, but
I had soup, but I'm still so hungry.
Well, you can still get something else to eat, but the grown man is hungry and he needs a Corona and margarita too. Should I have both or just one? What do you guys think? Should I have a margarita and a Corona? Now, you drink the beer before alcohol. I hope you guys know that, right? And I'm not going to get drunk. I wouldn't stop at 2 drinks, but my wife makes strong margaritas, so Lord have mercy. But yeah, you got to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and I've been working so hard all day and working on charts for all my clients and stuff like that. Jennifer, I'm still waiting to hear from you. You better email me. And Jennifer, you should come to Coffee Talk this Sunday. Treat yourself for Mother's Day. $15, Taylored2coaching@gmail.com. We're going to have a great lesson. We're going to get into Pluto. We're going to talk about moon placements.
Jennifer said, I have no issues moving on from people or things. I'm a bit of an a-hole that way.
Oh, Jennifer, no, you're great. And don't retire from negative self-talk. You are protecting your energy, and you have every right to do that. Okay? Don't make excuses. We do not need to be tortured, suffered, disrespected by friends, family, anybody. Guard and protect your energy. That's your right. And don't waste time with people that are haters. If you don't have people supporting you and lifting you up and encouraging you, then don't waste time talking to them and being around them. I love some of my friends, but some of my friends that, they're just like whatever, but Now, if the stuff hits the fan, they'll step up and they're there for me, which they showed when I was in a coma, sending a lot of stuff, food and gift cards, just prayers, everything for my family, setting up Facebook pages for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blessed. I love my friends. But you see, you get that back because of the energy you put out. What you guys see here on this screen and YouTube, this is Eric Taylor. This is real, right? I tell people my word is bond and my name is gold from the suburbs to the hood, because I never disrespect nobody and I treat people how I want to be treated, and I'm generous, kind, and thoughtful. But people also know don't mess with me either, you know? So, but that's the thing, like, you know, you got to be real. And that's the thing. It's real, recognize real, and love, recognize love. Okay. But Jennifer and any of you guys, yeah, protect your energy. I can't be around energy vampires. Not where I'm trying to go and not where I've elevated to and where I'm at now in my life. I did that sometimes in my 20s and wasted time. Never again. Never again. Okay. So I love you guys. Knowledge is Love, episode 52. Remember, Jupiter, May 10th. Okay. Now, next week, I'm going to try to come on twice. Hopefully, I have Anjani Segrist back on for I think it's Monday, the 16th, for that lunar
Really quick,
eclipse.
Do the main and hope. Well, first, do the main.
Okay.
Enjoy dinner. One, do both. Then just one. LOL.
Who said do both?
Do the main.
Dominique. I know Dominique.
LOL. Margarita. It's my anniversary. It's my anniversary here in GA. Isn't it Georgia?
Yeah. Okay.
I arrived on May 5th, 2007. And then she said, have fun. And then Hope said, teach me your ways, Jennifer. I could learn a lot from that. And then Jennifer said, added Hope.
That's why I want Hope. Tell Jennifer to come to Coffee Talk. I want Jennifer's energy, because Jennifer sounds like she's a lot of fun and cool. You know, come hang out with Hope and Nicole and Dominique. They're on Coffee Talk. We have fun. Okay? So, you know, no pressure. If you can't make it in May, it's Mother's Day. I get it. Probably the second Sunday. I'm trying to do the second Sundays in June. You know, so I think that might be off the dome. It might be around June 10th, but I'm not sure. But somewhere in there. And, you know, and I could go to third Sunday, the 17th, but we'll see. Probably go to the 10th. But this was fun. Email me any services. You know, I do numerology readings. I do business birth charts, all different types of stuff. Everything's in the description down below. And I linked in here my Jupiter and Aries video. So watch that. Give you a little extra flavor of the energy for Jupiter and Aries, May 10th to October 26th. And then again from December 20th, 21st, like to, I think, May of 2023. But you guys, be optimistic, be assertive, initiate, right? Go start your garden, go invest in crypto or the stock market. Don't do anything more. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but don't do anything more than you can afford, but get in the game. Get in the game, get in Web3, get domain names, get Opera, download that browser, get in the metaverse. You want to be a part of this future and get that dough. Okay.
I have a crazy sleep pattern. It's never saying, me too.
Who has crazy sleep pattern?
Jennifer,
you and the truth are the same. I don't sleep so good either, but there's remedies for that. So anyway, you guys enjoy. I'll see you next week, hopefully twice. Even if Anjani doesn't join me, I'll still probably come on for that lunar eclipse on the Monday, because I've been wanting to do more lives. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try to rock with you guys Monday and Thursday next week. And hopefully I do have a guest. Maybe both shows next week. I might have 2 guests. We'll see. But yeah, Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching, Taylored2U Astrology. God bless, peace, and I love you. Knowledge is love.
Bye.